Well, it's another beautiful morning at the lake. And time to head for a walk. Linger Tour 2025. The pathway hasn't changed all that much. A lot of foliage in the creek. There's our neighbor's place, the Van Leuven's. Pretty nice place. Trees are starting to die between us here. And then here's another one that's been here for years, and it's dwindling. So we're gonna get that pulled before too long. Our courtyard. I think you've probably seen that before. We're gonna clean that up today. Anyways, there's my truck. There's a better view, a wider angle. Not too many people up here this weekend, which is nice. This is Fish's old unit. I guess Mike Fish is still kicking, but she's getting pretty slow, apparently. So between the buildings there, our neighbor Jeff Milford is trying to rehab the grass down in front of the lake area. I think you probably remember the Schables. They still have their place here, but it's mainly Jerry that uses it. I don't know if his parents are still alive or not. So, and then Don and Joanne Poe's place there, and then Rick's old place down there. Walking up our road. And we'll go over to the South Horseshoe here. This is Lang's place, which is now owned by the Myers family. And they own this place behind us over here too. So they got a pretty good sized family. Then he also has a place up in Cougar Run. So it's kind of the land baron around here, seems like. Nice people though. His wife is actually the daughter of our neighbors up above, the Nacarrados. That place directly in front of us is Connedy's. Jim Connedy passed away, I think, a couple of years ago. And then next to it is, I can't remember their names. They'll come to me. Shawnee Lee, I think, is who has that. And then, anyways, not a lot has changed in here other than just the siding on the places. There's a few that haven't been sided. Well, three that haven't been sided. So 4. That's the 4th one. So these people need to get going, get doing some work on their places. Anyhow, let me go through the trees here. Coming up to the entry road into Linger. This building up in front of us here is the pump house and shop. I built that. Oh God, it's been a while. Like 2011 or something, somewhere in there. And so that houses all our water pump equipment, and it's also a small shop for our manager Rob to work on things. So anyways, the old entrance to Linger Longer. Head up there a little ways. There's our boat storage off to the right. Our trailer park. Thing underneath the green tarp over there, that's the Nakra, a sailboat. So all the grass around here is looking really good. Rob does a fantastic job of keeping care of things, and a lot of work for one person. I don't know if you ever knew the Dixons or not, but that's their condo there. Jane Dixon passed away a few years ago, and I haven't seen Bob for forever. We've done some work for him in town on his place. They're really nice people. He's a former anesthesiologist. And there's the road going up to Cougar Run and Kalispell Bay Road. There's the old Linger Longer sign. Well, not so old, it's been rehabbed, but still got the squirrel on it. Yeah, everything's kept up quite well. Pretty flowers. I can't remember what you call those. So that spruce tree in front of us, Jim Anderson planted that. God, it's been early 2000 somewhere in there. Thing's freaking huge now. It's amazing how fast stuff in this area grows. You know, we basically live in kind of a North Idaho rainforest. Fortunately, the summer months are so nice, but you get into the rainy seasons, in this early spring and late fall, it's pretty nasty up here at times. Lost a lot of trees around here. A lot of deciduous trees have gone bye-bye. Actually, where this pump house sits, used to be a huge cluster of birch trees, I believe, a long time ago. I had this whole area totally dug up when I was putting in the new water system to tie into the existing lines. I had right where this lamp post is towards me, had a huge hole dug up to get into the main line that services all Linger Longer. So anyways, memories. Contractor memories. This fourplex off to my left here, Aaron and I actually put a bid on that to buy it before we got our place, and lost out on the bid, which was a blessing, and because we got a lot better spot than what that is, that's for sure. So I think we're probably the closest place in the lake, closest place to the lake, on the lake. Look at the amount of new growth on that tree. This thing's huge. I remember when Jim used to put Christmas lights on that thing. Anyways, going down through the old parking lot. So you remember, this is where the hotel used to sit years ago. Beautiful view of the lake. This is McCourtney Place right here, the Heilman also. So it's Ed Heilman married Mary McCourtney. I don't know if you remember Mary McCourtney, that she was flight attendant for, I think, Northwest Airlines. This house, we're not too fond of the paint scheme that they did on it. I like the shingles and the gable, but this white just looks unfinished. So, anyways, oh, I can't remember whose place this used to be, but it's Fairbanks. They've been here for quite a while. I'll take a little gander up to this overlook here. Give you kind of a panoramic of the beach area and boat docks. So this is the north boat dock. Hope I'm not going too fast here. So the grounds look awesome. Pretty quiet and peaceful around here right now. It's been a nice weekend. All these trees that have been limbed up so high. I don't know if you remember here, but there used to be this sole tree here. There used to be a cluster of like, I don't know, 5 or 6 evergreen trees. It was huge, and they took them out one by one, kind of thing. Seems like every year we'll have one storm where we'll wipe out some trees. There's always the debate going on as far as trees and blocking people's view. So right here is what was at one point Anderson's first residence. I'm sure you remember that way back when. And then next to it on the left is Marion Salt's, and she passed away a long time ago, but her sister ended up getting that place. George Paris, he bought Phillips Place, and he's been here for quite some time. He's a builder developer in Spokane, and I actually worked for him a long time ago when Mark Hansen and I were working together. So it's kind of funny how small world. And then here's Phillips's place, and Mark Phillips owns this because his dad passed away a long time ago. So it's all looking really good around here. I'll go up through the North Horseshoe. Wallace's place is being sided right now. So on the right here, this one was remodeled a few years ago, and they really did a job to it. And yeah, there's a lot of quirky things in a lot of these places. A lot of quirky things. Grass looks great. I don't know why that tree has a tarp wrapped around the bottom of it. So there's Shank's place on the right hand side. Tom Shank still owns that. And then that was McDowell's place. And then there's what was Hanson's, and then O'Rourke's. And there's our old place. Hasn't changed a whole hell of a lot. Yeah, needs to be sided. It's gonna be one of the last ones here to be sided. The people who own this are really nice people. Trying to remember their last names. God, I haven't been here for so long. It's trying to remember names. Anyways, remember when Dad figured out this whole carport thing? Oh, Lineweber, that's their names. Anyways, really nice people. Mike Lineweber was a veterinarian, and he passed away. I don't know, 5 years ago. So Betty, his wife, still owns it, and they've got a pretty good size family. Really nice people though. There's the old sauna. They do not use it as a sauna. I think they just use it as storage. Yeah, it's a good spot. It always has been a good spot here. You know? And parking pad that I made years ago. And looking down at the end of the road, at the end of the Kalispell Bay Road where it dead ends. So anyway, so I'll go back down through here. It's amazing how fast the trees grow around here. Everything fills in pretty quickly. Carol Stanley, that's who used to own this unit. That was, wasn't that Anderson's uncle or something like that? Something like that. I can't remember what his relation was. Back at the main parking lot, if you want to call it the parking lot. It used to be a parking lot years ago. I guess I'll go down to the beach. Show you that a little more up close and personal. So you'll notice that there's quite the assortment of styles around here that people think that they want at their places. You never know if it's a condominium complex, that's for damn sure. These places look pretty good from the front. They've had a lot of work done on them. I swear almost every place in Linger has had some kind of a remodel done on it. Here's a stump to a tree that went down a couple of years ago. And it was a huge tree. I lucked out that it didn't hit any houses. Then they put in these little seating areas several years ago. They've been real nice. Nice feature. We got a lot of umbrellas that Linger owns on the beach, so everybody has There's an umbrella to sit under, and these chairs. Well, there's been a lot of nice additions to the area. Can't complain. Complain about some of the owners, but other than that, but you know, when hasn't there been issues with owners here? So, and there's the clubhouse. So up there, upstairs is you know, the manager, Rob Ward's place. Great guy. We're lucky to have him, that's for sure. There's the fire pit. Jim Conity found that found that saucer several years ago for our fire pit. That was a nice addition. He did a lot of good things for this community. And they've planted these pine trees recently, which I'm not a real fan of. I don't know why the hell they did that, but anyways, we got our flagpole. Beach. And then our dock, the south dock. This rock retaining wall around the beach, Jim Anderson put that in years ago, and we've added to it. So it's still a pretty darn nice beach. It's yeah. Well, then you can see our condo over there. Zoom in. There's Rick's old place. So don't care for the colors of that building, or can't wait till they repaint that. Pretty ugly. But the old clubhouse and bar, what used to be the bar, but that hasn't changed at all inside. It's still pretty much the same, I guess, in my mind. And the pickleball court. This is a replacement pickleball court from Bo and I worked on. Roger Bernal, I don't know if you remember him, our old manager. Him and I worked on putting this in. Or at least coordinated it. I don't know how much work I actually did on it. I'll take you into the clubhouse real quick. Show you the old bar. So it's pretty much the same, except we've got a shuffleboard table, which has been a lot of fun. Joey Myers donated that. He built that in the shop in Spokane and brought it up here. A little bit smaller pool table. Got ping pong, fool's ball, and the old fireplace. Somebody working on a jigsaw puzzle. So this is where we hold our bingo, which is a lot of fun. So, and this table right here is actually our table. We took it off our porch a few years ago, well, several years ago, when I put the tile in on the floor in the porch, and stored it down here and haven't taken it back. So maybe it'll be our donation someday. Still snow in the mountains. Water seems to be still coming up a little bit too. Didn't have real high water this year, not like some years. Everything's pretty green. Nice time of year to be up here. Big old tree. Yep, springtime's awesome. So is September. Yeah. That carport needs some help. It's looking pretty ratty. Pretty pleasant out right now. So. That's pretty much closes the tour. The stairs are looking a little bit in rough shape. Our hillside here is getting pretty overgrown, which is nice. Took a long time for it to get to this point. So. This is in front of our place here. We're trying to get that grass to come back. Well, that should be it for our tour. Let me know if you want me to highlight anything in particular. And I'll get this up onto the YouTube and send it off to you. Love you, Mom. Bye.